Alrighty guys, here it is right here, Ram 1500 guys, 2013 model. Just left another shop overheating guys, and they just got a lot of work done. In fact, how many miles on this thing? I feel that hard start. 136,000. I don't want to run it. 136,000 miles. I want to take a look at something first, guys. I don't want nothing to happen on my watch as far as engine seizing up, locking up, or overheating or anything like that. Okay, new battery. Okay, new water pump. Y'all see that? Oh, new radiator. Okay. Now this is. Okay, now we getting. Okay, something ain't looking right. I wonder if this. I didn't run it that damn long. What we got under here, guys? Because this could tell. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. We got problems. I got to get this thing in the shop. This is a short video. Make sure y'all click this link down here that with that white arrow on it. It's going to take you straight to the long video. We got to talk, guys, because this is nonsense. Alrighty, guys. I'm now in the shop. I don't want to run this thing too long, so let me shut it off real quick. Like I say, guys, 133,000 miles. Now I'm gonna take a stab at this. Y'all saw the shorts video, right? Let's go under the hood and talk some more, because here's the thing, guys. A lot of people tend to think they can put off getting a overheat job fix or a coolant leak fix, or whatever case may be. They think they can put it off, and in reality, you can. All right, you can put off as long as you want to on any repair job you think you may need. Now, here's the danger and the risk behind that. Now, this is a 5.7 liter Hemi, right? A V8. Y'all see that silver, all this silver right here? It's plastic on top, which is called a valve cover, but it's silver underneath. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a cylinder head, okay? That cylinder head is made of, I won't say soft aluminum, but it's made of aluminum at any rate. It's aluminum, all right? So when aluminum gets hot, okay, hear me out for a second. It tends to want to either expand or retract, or vice versa. Both, either way, it's dangerous for the overall health of your engine. Now, in between this cylinder head and the block, which is underneath the cylinder head, is what we call a gasket. In this case, MLS, multi-layered steel head gaskets, is what most cars use these days. So the chances of that blowing, I wouldn't say slim, because the chances of the head gasket blowing is just that, a superficial chance. Maybe I might be using the wrong words, but guys, it would be hard pressed. Multi-layered steel, you know what that means? A couple of sheets of steel, little thin steel layers stacked on top of each other, and they place them in between the cylinder head and the block, okay, to for the reasons need be. Now, back in the day, we used to use paper head gasket, right? Yeah, when those blow. You can get away with removing your cylinder head and freaking replacing head gasket. You can get away with it now if you're 100% sure that's your problem. But here's the risk. Back in the day, they wasn't using a lot of aluminum heads, okay? Yeah, so today's times done changed, and they're using aluminum heads and steel blocks. Some cases, all aluminum heads. So let's talk about this some more. What I think is happening, I'm gonna get us a shot, guys. I'm gonna get us a shot. I think, remember, that water pump is new. Y'all see it down there, right? Here's what I think happened. I'm gonna take a stab at this. Customer had this. Y'all saw the miles, 130-some thousand miles. Not a lot, okay? And don't get on here. Chrysler sucks. Dodge sucks. This ain't got a damn thing to do with the car maker at all. A water pump can go out on any freaking car makes out there at any given time, especially after 100,000 miles. Now, what happens after that is all on the owner of the vehicle, okay? If they prolong getting this leaking water pump fixed, this is a new radiator too. This is a brand new radiator. If they prolong or put that off getting that fixed, this is what could happen. You could exhibit blown head gasket symptoms, but you wait too late, then you gonna have some problems like this customer had, right? I would not make any kind of repair attempt to this. Y'all see this? It's even in the damn, look at that. I need gloves. Freaking look at that. Yeah, I'm not gonna make any kind of repair attempt to this damn thing. I don't give a damn what no customer might say. It just need a flush. Now, guys, be careful with that. This thing is badly overheating, so I'm not just going off of this. Now, because in some cases, if you see this, one could assume and verify and check the cooler. Okay, yeah, a lot of cars, heavy duty vehicles use external engine oil cooler. Okay, so if they ruptures internally, oil can mix with the coolant and end up like this. Okay, on a Hemi, in some cases, I gotta let this up in the air. I'm gonna check some things, but I'm disregarding that because the engine is badly overheating. As soon as I started up, I had to rush in here. It was ticking. I had to hurry. And then I found out there wasn't no freaking oil in it either. So yeah, a cooler could cause this. If you only had this and no overheating, yes, one could assume, your cooler. But you can still assume a cooler could cause this because this is a restriction, all right? So if your cooling system restricted, yeah, you could overheat real bad, but you don't start a car up and then the needle just, it overheats quickly. You got problems. And this car is running like crap. So, yeah, that's a wrap for this engine, guys. No repair attempts by Mr. JT. Call me what you want. I don't give a damn. We recommended a whole new freaking engine. Okay, so I'm going to try to nail this down. Moral of the story. What I want to leave with y'all. Brand new. That don't even look like a Mopar water pump. I'm not saying a Mopar water pump would have saved them, guys, but that Derman water pump down there, yeah, that didn't help at all. Let me stop clowning around. Brand new water. I bet that ain't Mopar either. But guys, oh my goodness, these guys use a freaking worm clamp. This is a plastic radiator neck, guys. Y'all know the saying, or y'all know the traditional way of thinking. If you're dealing with a plastic neck, you might want to go with a tensioner clamp. Okay, not the worm clamp, because over time that could work. Look, that could work itself loose. A tensioner clamp would keep constant tension on it. All right, but this video ain't about that. So here's the thing. Here's what I want to leave with y'all. All right, I'm running out of time. If first sign of overheating, guys, hear me out real good. The first sign of any overheating problem you have, please address it ASAP. All right, the longer you drive on it, the longer you overheat it, the longer or the chances of your engine being ruined by way of warped cylinder heads is greater. So females, please take heed to this warning. Damn, they even got a worm clamp down here on the bottom. Yeah, take heed to that warning, okay? First sign of overheating, get this damn thing looked at and fixed. If you need a water pump, good, you caught it in time. Guys, again, $130,000, it's okay for your water pump to fail. Somebody, I guarantee somebody gonna be in the comments, man, they should have got a Toyota. Water pump is a water pump. They can fail at any given time. Like I said earlier, all right, the outcome of your whole vehicle success, life success, hinges on the decision you make after you find out your car overheated. Get it fixed ASAP, guys. I gotta go. I can't have this video be that long. So let me raise this thing up in the air and check out a couple more things. I don't know if this engine equipped with a cooler or not. Sometimes the coolers are between the oil filter and the block. I can't see down there. I need my light, but I gotta look some more things over, make sure my ducks and Q's all in a row, and I'm gonna recommend what it's gonna be, guys. Yeah, that is terrible. Okay, that's a nice, good thumbnail picture there. Oh my goodness, yes, that's bad, guys. I gotta go. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.